Alright, so part 2, we're still working with the dolls. Basically, I have finished Shantae, 2 extra bands and just a little more trimming to make it smooth. There's a little bit of a gap, but amongst the rest of the gaps, I suppose it's not too bad. And it won't be too noticeable. In fact, I have a gap on Amelia I still have to fix. So I think she's alright. That's actually Athena's newest little doll, who has not even been introduced yet as part of the family.
She's gonna be a bitch.
Yes, she's gonna be a bitch.
I'm sorry.
And we also have Sacagawea here, who Athena had finally gotten, and is probably considered was her holy grail. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give her the hard bust Obitsu that was shown on the doll we refer to as Rain. Just for more information, for those who don't already know, I figured I would show. The stock wigs are glued on, unlike elastic, like a lot of the ones we have. So it's just a matter of starting at a spot that you find, and then just very gently peeling around the edge. So the older dolls actually had rooted wigs.
Do it.
So this ain't too bad. And obviously we'll just use a little bit of tacky glue to put this wig back on. There we go. It's a very large wig. Far too much hair for me to care about. Leaves a bit of it behind. Let's see. Suppose I need another tool here. Good straight blade screwdriver. Just kind of break through the glue and pop that scalp off. The scalp is really well glued in there. Oh, there we go. Just a little crack and a pop, and there it comes off. Okay, put the straight blade away. The Phillips in there for the 3 screws. I continue to say this because I know people have had problems with it. You won't strip screws if you use a good screwdriver. That's pretty much the rule of thumb. Yeah. This little set of screwdrivers is actually I got from Napa. They're very nice, very good quality, and we haven't had trouble yet. I bought them specifically for her to use on her dolls, and that is all they've ever been used on. I've got my own crap for when I'm working on the cars. There we go. Some more hairs just holding on to the back of the head there. Set that by her scalp. And there we have the way the stock body is fit into the head. Set that aside. This looks like it didn't really require any alteration. We got this body used as well, using the stock peg piece, which is just screwed in, and they give you like 3 or 4 different size pegs, and then just a couple of those little elastic bands to take up the gaps so everything fits kind of snug. The only thing you ever have to watch out for is to make sure that it's not sitting too close to this washer here, which is part of the iMech that has to move left and right. Otherwise, if it interferes, you're going to put the head together, and your eyes are either going to be stuck looking slightly to the left or slightly to the right, and you're not going to be able to get it back and forth. Nobody wants that. So I'll simply...
Well, does that still fit okay?
Should.
Well, I know that the Type 2s have slightly different size holes.
Yeah, I might need to just remove a couple of rubber bands. So let's see, we'll set the head down, go in there with the snippers, pull a couple of them out.
You went way out of the camera range.
That's alright. I can't necessarily see what I'm doing anyways. These have been on there for a long time anyways, so I'll just cut them and, you know, put different ones on if I need. Well, actually, that might have worked right there. Let's see. That might have worked.
That looks better.
Yeah, we'll see how it fits when the head's on. I just want to make sure it's not wobbly.
Yeah.
I don't like wobbly heads. Or heads that pop off and then get set down on the table with the body propped up next to them. And then they look creepy.
It was sitting nicely at the
yes,
table.
the body was sitting waiting for tea time while the head was sitting next to the tea.
That only happened once.
Yes, that's a little wobbly. So we're going to want to go ahead and add another band to that. So light colored one. Thank goodness I've got girly hands. That feels better. Just be very gentle with the screws. You never want to put them on tight. Just basically put them down till they get a little stiff. If there's a bit of a gap in the head, just squeeze it together gently with your hand and give the screws just a light tightening. Because you gotta remember, it's soft plastic, they will strip, and then you'll have more fun on your hands. There we go, just like that. Now she has a body. Fortunately, with the plastic bodies, there is a lot of this kind of separating, where you have a crack there that you kind of got to squeeze and whatnot. Once again, that's just one of the things I like about the soft bodies.
But of course, that's a maroon, so...
Yeah, the most you have to worry about with the soft Obitsus is just checking to make sure their legs are together before pictures, and making sure that their shoulders are in their joints all the way, because sometimes when you move them, they'll work out of their joints slowly. So you just position them the way you want, give them a little squeeze to put them back together, and you're fine. So, these heads are already going to fit back together perfectly. That one's not going to give us any issue right out of the package. Like I said, that one's been pre-modified using a similar thing. I have extra pegs from different bodies in here. So all that's going to work good. The E-body I don't think we're going to use. I don't know if she plans on sticking on something or if we're going to sell it. She got the two bodies to decide which one she liked better. Frankly, this one looks a little too creepy. The boobs are kind of strange. This one looks a little better. So, we'll see what she wants to do with that. So yeah, everything else is just snapping them together and a little bit of glue and a little bit of fun tack. No need, I suppose, to show people that. It's pretty basic stuff. Pretty simple. Other than that, I suppose I didn't really need too much for tools. Just my good screwdrivers. I recommend having a good little snips on hand, because when you gotta take plastic things and move plastic things around or do any trimming, like these things, this really tiny side cutters gets in there really close to the plastic to make it as smooth as possible. And a good one like this, they're nice and sharp, so you can do actually quite a bit of custom work, trimming away little bits of plastic pretty easily. And then of course a Dremel tool. You can get these for really cheap these days. If you're going to do any customization and doll modification, that's kind of a necessary tool. I think any of the girls online would agree with me with that. Other than that, yeah, pretty simple. Last update for the retard car guys that usually watch my videos.
No, what did I do?
You stopped something. I've stepped into the 21st century here and finally got a flat screen monitor for my computer. Though I got it for free. This is a Sony monitor that was made in 1999. Can you only imagine how expensive this thing must have been when it came out? My God. It's even got a cooling fan in the back of it. My wife the gimp.
Don't do that. My tits might be hanging out.
You know, a lot of girls wish they could say that. And I tell them they're crazy. So yeah. Dollies, junk, strange girl, and my best friend just sitting here bearing it all.
Look at me go.
The internet makes everybody happy. It takes them into their own little world. So yeah, There's our new little cutie. It's kind of a, definitely is kind of a flimsy, floppy little body, that's for sure. But that's alright. We'll just lay her down. Yep, strange fun hobby. I know, I'm weird. You go ahead and post comments and call me a fag if you want. I don't care, I'll just delete the comments. See y'all